Thank you to Arden Wolfsky for your generous support on Patreon.
The sound of the alarm clock jolted you from your sleep for a second time and continued to beep until it was slapped off. It doesn't feel like morning should be here already. I want more sleep. Wah. Spencer was lying with his back to you, and his outstretched hand was resting on top of the clock. He didn't seem intent on moving at all. Spence, it's time to get ready for class. You haven't even showered since you got home from work. You put your hand on his shoulder and gave him a gentle shake. He didn't budge. Time to get up, Spencer. You scooted a little closer to him and hugged his furry body, and he replied with a low growl. He was warm, and you felt his tail wag slightly against you. As much as you hated it, you knew it was time to get up. I know it sucks. You kind of smell funky, though, so you really should take a quick shower. Yeah, I'm going. I'll get dressed and make some breakfast while you shower. How about that? Sure, go for it. He dragged himself off the bed and trudged away to the bathroom without speaking another word. Poor guy seems exhausted. I hope he's going to be okay. Maybe a good breakfast will give him some energy, so let's get dressed and see what he has to cook. It looks like scrambled eggs and toast for breakfast. It's something simple, and I used to make it for myself pretty often. I'll get everything ready and start cooking when I hear the shower stop. It won't take long to make, but we'll have to scarf it down and leave right away to get to class on time. You gathered the needed ingredients for breakfast and prepared everything for being cooked. With everything ready, you sat at the table and waited for you until you heard the hairdryer start up. Alright, it'll be done soon. Breakfast will seriously only take like 5 minutes to cook. I'll get the plates ready, some cups, and then start cooking everything. You lay out the dishes started to cooking by the time the hairdryer stopped, everything was ready to go. Alright, breakfast is done. I hope it tastes okay. Come to think of it, this is the first thing I've cooked for him in ages. Oh man, I really do hope everything tastes good. There isn't much I can do to screw up eggs, though, right? Man, I feel so much better after that shower. It actually smells good in here. Looks like eggs and toast. Yep, something simple so we don't have a lot of time. Sit down, let's eat real quick so we can go. Thanks for making breakfast. I wouldn't have eaten otherwise. How often do you do that? Too often. Instead of eating, you just waited for him to take a bite of the eggs, watching his reaction closely. Hey, these aren't bad. Did you expect otherwise? You sighed and then began to eat, finding out yourself that the food did taste good. Well, you were watching me like a hawk and not eating it yourself, so I'd assume you had your doubts. Observant as usual. It's just been a while since I cooked for you, and I worried they would taste funny. They taste like perfectly good eggs to me. Seems so. Better eat them quick, too. We need to head out. Yup. Neither of you wasted time eating, and once the dishes were rinsed off and set aside, you left for class. Can't believe you fell asleep on the couch when you got home last night. I was really tired, I guess. I remember sitting down, and then I must have just passed out. You've had a lot going on lately. And today will be no different. School, dance, and then work. Are you not tired from constantly going? You really need a break. I feel just fine. A shower always helps, and having breakfast to follow up with that is perfect. Gotcha. Just don't run yourself into the ground, okay? Don't worry. I've been doing this for a while now, so I'll be fine. It might seem like a lot, but it's really nothing. If you say so. He put his arm around your shoulder and pulled you against him with a chuckle. Come on, don't worry so much about your tennis dog. He's just fine. If I start to feel worn down, I'll take a break and relax, okay? You promise? I promise. Now pick up the pace, otherwise we're gonna be late. And there he goes again. Spencer's walk turned into a jog, and you were left chasing after him. Did we really have to run? It was a light jog, not a run. It wasn't that bad. It's too early in the day for this, though. You'll be fine. It's a great way to really get your day started. I have to disagree with you on that one. Coach Grifter appeared from his office just minutes after you and Spencer sat down and class began. His lecture consisted of him droning on about sonnets, so when class ended, he left you all with an assignment to read and summarize a handful of sonnets for the next class. Class was dismissed, and you gathered up your books to head off to your next class. You two were cutting it close to class today. Long night? Wouldn't you just love to know? When you put it that way, it sounds like the night died young and nothing was going on. Disappointing. Like I'd tell you anyway. You're so easy to read, Spencer. You know, if he's not satisfying you, you can always come see me at him. I'll pass, Darius. You sure I'd know how to treat people staying in my home? You'd be no exception. He said he'll pass, Darius. Well, you know how to find me if you change your mind. Darius dragged his finger over your chest as he exited the room, eliciting a low growl from Spencer. He's such an ass. That's Darius for you. You'd never take him up on that, right? What? No, Spencer. Why would you even think that? Sorry, it was a dumb question. Come on, let's get to our next class. That was a dumb question. I wonder why you asked why you asked like that. Spencer seemed to be deep in thought throughout the next class, and he didn't say anything to you until after class had ended. You're off to your dance class now, right? After lunch, that's my next stop. You want to go eat with me in the cafeteria? I owe you one for making breakfast. Yeah, sure. Lunch sounds like a good idea. Come on then, we can talk a bit while we eat. Spencer paid for your lunch once you selected what you wanted, and you grabbed an empty table to sit at. Thanks for lunch, Spence. You're welcome. There isn't much to eat at home, since we still haven't gone to the store. Might leave you with some cash to go buy some things while I'm at work. I'm sure you'd be fine to do that, right? Oh yeah, I could handle that. Store isn't too far away. Okay, cool. I don't want you starving while I'm working. I'm sure I'd be fine. There's food in the kitchen, so I wouldn't starve. Alright, I just want to make sure you're comfortable there. I am, don't worry. And that reminds me, what in the world was going through your mind earlier when you asked me what you did about Darius? Does it have anything to do with whatever it is you keep putting off talking to me about? No, not really. Then let's talk. I don't want you to keep putting this off. How about we talk about it before I head to work? No, Spencer, let's talk about it now, otherwise you'll put it off again. What's bothering you? Alright, Darius is a pretty basic issue, and that just boils down to me being jealous. Seeing him make passes at you makes my blood boil. But then I'm consumed with the terror that you actually accept his offer one day. You know I'd never do that, though. You know who I am. I know, it's irrational, really, but it's still a legit thing that bothers me. It's just a stupid feeling that I'm trying to get a grasp on. I'm not used to it, and I just don't know how to handle it. Man, you get mad jealous over me, huh? You know I do. I'll try to reel it in a bit, though. I don't want you to feel like I'm being overbearing or anything like that. It's okay, Spence. It makes me kind of happy in a roundabout way. How? Just knowing that I mean so much to you, just knowing I mean that much to you makes me happy. You really have nothing to worry about, Spence. I'm yours. It's nice to hear. I'll help you how I can too. Try not to get too jealous though, okay? I'll try. Thank you. Now, what's the other big thing you wanted to talk to me about that you keep putting off? I might be overthinking it now after clearing the air about Darius. Then it should be easy to get it cleared up too, so come clean with me. Well, do you ever feel like things are moving too fast between us? Moving too fast? We've been dating for only 2 weeks and you've already moved in with me. Hell, we already gave up our virginity to each other and messed around again in the span of a few days. I've just been wondering a lot lately if maybe our relationship is moving forward too quickly. That's all that's been bothering you? Yeah, I told you, I felt like I was maybe just overthinking. Can't believe that's something that's been bothering you. We've known each other for how long? Over 10 years, right? I'm pretty sure things aren't moving very fast between us, especially considering we've both admitted to having feelings for each other already. I guess you got a good point. I've been so focused on us actually being an actual couple, I never considered how long we've actually known each other. I don't know why that thought was even in my head in the first place, but it was something else just eating away at my mind. Man, I feel kind of silly now, worrying over something like that. You should. Hey now. I love you, Spencer, and I have had a really strong feelings for you for a while. I think we're moving at a pretty good speed. You're right. Alright, then that's it for me. That's all that was on my mind lately, and I've been relieved getting it off my chest now. I feel it too. I was worried it was something way worse than that, so I'm glad it wasn't anything too bad. Just don't wait so long to talk about these things, you got it? I'll try. I'm not used to talking about these things. Neither am I, so we'll have to figure that out together, won't we? I suppose so. Speaking of figuring things out, Chester and Dozer are dating. Really? Those two? Yeah, Dozer and I talked about it a little bit yesterday after practice. What brought that on? He kinda knows that we're dating. He saw you kiss me at the match, too. I guess more people saw it than I thought. Seems so. I came clean with him after he mentioned that, but he asked me if he'd want to do something with him as a couple, like a double date. Dozer said that Chester is really shy about people knowing, and he thought maybe doing something together with all of us might make him more comfortable. I see. Did he have anything in mind? He suggested that maybe they could cook dinner for us, but he wanted to see if you're interested in doing something first. Are you okay with it? It sounds like it could be fun. I think it'd be fun too. I'm down to do something with him. Then I'll leave that up to you and Dozer to plan. You know I'm pretty busy right now, but I'll give you an idea of when I'm free next week as soon as I have a schedule. Okay, cool. I'll text Dozer and let him know later that you're at least interested. You hadn't eaten much of your food during your talk, so you began stuffing food in your mouth quickly. Spencer had already finished and was just watching you. Please don't choke. I did want to do something with you after we were done eating. I want you to come to the dance studio with me again. The one you help with? Yeah. The girls have been asking me if you were gonna come back, so you really should make an appearance. Oh, really? A few of them thought you were really cute too, so I'll need to assert my dominance and make sure they understand. You're mine. Alpha dog, huh? Damn right. Guess we should head over to the studio now. Yeah, we can go now and get ready. Do I have to wear a leotard again? Yep, and I have one you'll be able to wear. Okay, let's start. Get ready then. Sure. That's a kitchen. What? Man, you look really good wearing that. I do, don't I? It's no wonder your girls want me to come back. I might have to share. You think you can without mauling any of them? As long as they don't get too carried away, their lives will be spared. How gracious of you. So, are you ready to get out there and show them how it's done? He likes confidence. Just say yeah. Yeah, let's go show them how to dance. I'm glad to see you're into it. They will feel the energy, so I hope you keep that attitude. Let's get to it now. Spencer led you out into the dance studio where a handful of girls were already grouping up and chattering. I wonder what's going on over there. They all seem to be gathered around someone. Good afternoon, ladies. I have a guest joining me today, so I hope you're all ready to show them what y'all can do. The group of girls parted and Darius popped out. It's me! Darius? Hey, Spencer. Hey, Adam. What are you doing here? I happened to notice you guys come in here, so I decided to check out why. I guess I know now. I didn't know either of you were dance teachers. I'm not a teacher, and I only help out from time to time. Adam's just with me today. What are you doing following us around like some creep? I'm not following you, jeez. I was just curious about why the two of you were coming into the dance studio. You don't have to get so uppity about it. I do too, especially when you're constantly trying to be involved in my business lately. Watch as the fur on Spencer's neck started to bristle and he clenched his hands into fists. Why can't you just get lost and leave us alone? Hey, I don't think there's anything wrong with you two dancing. It's a good way to stay in shape. All the ladies here think I should stick around and try it out too. Who knows, maybe I will. Could be fun. Like hell you will. When he said that, it was almost a growl coming out. It's not like you could stop me if I chose to stay. Darius, just leave. But I want to dance with everyone today. Don't y'all want me to dance with you? The girls that were gathered around him had backed away, and they were silent. Everyone, including yourself, was focused on Spencer. Oh, everyone changed their minds now, I see. I see. Maybe some other time. Alright, Spencer, you win, I'll leave. Sighs. I'll be back in a moment. Spencer went back towards the changing room as Darius exited the studio, leaving you alone with all the girls. Boy. Hello. Thankfully, this wasn't the first time you'd been in the dance studio, so you were able to chat a little while waiting for Spencer to return. He was only gone a few minutes, thankfully, and he seemed to have recomposed himself when he came back out. You alright, Spence? I'm better now. I just needed to breathe a minute. Sorry to just leave you alone in here with all of them. It's okay. They remembered who I am, so it made talking a little easier. Good. That means we don't have to waste any more time. Alright, ladies, sorry about the wait. I've learned a couple of new moves recently that I'd like to show off, so who's ready to get started? For the next couple hours, Spencer spent his time dancing around the studio. His every move was watched very attentively, whether it was just watching his body move or for learning. You weren't very intent on learning anything yourself. The girls, however, mostly had other things in mind. They would mimic his movements and try to replicate what he was doing as he showed off his skills. I think you've spent more time watching than you spent dancing. It's hard to focus when you have such an alluring set of moves. Can't keep my eyes off of you. How about you try something on the pole? Show me if you've learned anything. I'd likely make a fool of myself again. I'm pretty sure you've seen a handful of us falling or looking ungraceful as we cling to the pole for our lives. Nobody here's gonna judge you. I don't know, come on, I'll even do it with you. All you have to do is follow my lead and do what I do. It'll be fun and everyone will get to watch. Okay, I'll do it. Good. Spencer dragged you over to a set of empty dancing poles and grabbed onto one of them. Just do as I do, okay? With his hand gripped around the pole and his arms stretched out, Spencer took several steps around the pole and used the momentum to swing himself in a circle as his leg hooked around the pole. You did just as he did, but you weren't as graceful as he was doing it. Nonetheless, you did it and continued to follow along with the other moves that he showed off. Just like the last time you were with him, he progressively increased the complexity of his moves. It wasn't until you properly executed the move that he would move on to the next one. Some of the more complicated maneuvers took a couple of attempts before you got it. Looking good so far. You're better at this than you might think. You do make a pretty good teacher. You're in really good shape, so I'm sure that helps too. On top of that, you really looked relaxed and natural. Are you enjoying yourself? Yes, of course we're enjoying ourselves. Yeah, I am. I kind of forgot that there are other people around us watching us because I was just so focused on you. Really getting into the groove then, huh? Yeah, I think so. It's great to hear. Either way, I'm glad you're giving it a shot with me. It's nice having the extra testosterone in here. I can see what you mean there. Even at work, I at least have to have the other guys around on the ladies' night. Here, it's not the case. Are there really no other guys that come to dance? Since I've been here, I think I think there's only ever been a couple other guys, and they've only shown up a couple of times. It's kind of sad, but I guess it can't be helped. Would it be so bad if Darius was genuine in wanting to dance then? One more guy in here on a regular basis wouldn't be too bad, right? Maybe if he legit wanted to dance. Do you really think that's the case with him, though? I don't know. Maybe if it was just me, but he actually seemed a little hurt when he left. Not likely. You know as well as I do that he's just following us around for his own reasons. Dancing is the last thing on his mind when you and I are around. I guess so. Let's not talk about him anymore right now. It's just frustrating for me. We should really be heading home so I can clean up and get ready for work. It's almost 3 and I need to be at work by 4 tonight. That soon? We should have left 20 minutes ago then. Let's get going, otherwise you're going to be late. Let's get going, I should say. I don't have time for a shower, so I'll just brush some waterless shampoo through my fur. Need me to help you with that? Sure, you can handle the back while I get the front. He stripped off his shirt and tossed it towards his bedroom while you followed him down the hall. Dog, I'm gonna start swatting you with a rolled-up newspaper if you don't learn to keep the house clean. It's near the rooms, so I can pick it up when I go back there. I won't forget. You'd better not. You just take this soap and squirt some of the foam on my head and back. Rub it in with your hands a bit and then brush it to smooth it out. He passed you a bottle of soap and a brush and waited for you to pass it back to him. After several generous pumps of foam were applied to his body, you slid your fingers into the soap and began working it through his fur. His tail was wagging against you, and you were able to see a couple of complete and utter countedness? See a look of complete and utter countedness on his face reflecting off the mirror. This shampoo smells so fragrant. Vanilla coconut, if you didn't notice on the bottle. I think it's a perfect scent for work. It is. Should I do your tail also? Nah, my tail's fine. You don't have to mess with it. He was supposed to be working the shampoo into his fur on the front, but he was just standing there. His whole body was relaxed. You made sure to push the soap into his fur on his head, taking a moment to scratch behind both of his ears when you did. For the moment, his tail wagging sped up noticeably. I'm going to have you brushed before you even start, aren't I? Yeah, I just felt so good to have someone else doing this. Can't even do my brag properly, so this is really welcomed. He picked up the bottle and started scrubbing the soap into his fur. He was quicker and a little rougher than you had been with it. There were a couple of brushes, and you started brushing one side and he brushed the other. So I was thinking about something. What's that? You said you enjoyed dancing today, and you're supportive of my dancing. Tomorrow is Amateurs Night at Dynamite Springs. We let some guests jump up on the stage and show us what they can do. It's always a fun event, and I was thinking that maybe you should give it a shot. Me dancing at a strip club? I think you'd have a lot of fun doing it. You can make a little bit of extra cash. You would get to keep any money people throw at you during your routine. Most people just spend it again while they are there anyway. It's something you should consider. I'm sure it'd be a fun experience for you. You'd be on stage on your own terms this time. I guess that's true. What about you, though? Would you like me doing that? It would make me a bit of a hypocrite if I was against it, right? Besides, I wouldn't have suggested it if I thought I couldn't handle it. I see. So think about it tonight, and if you decide to go that you want to do it, we'll make a little plan for you, and you can ride with me to work tomorrow. Sound good to you? Okay, I'll think about it then. I'll sweeten the deal a little and say that we can have some extra fun and do it together. Oh yeah? We'll see then. He dragged your brush through his fur, working from his head down to over his back. Special attention was given to the fluffy fur around his neck. It must take you a little bit to do this on your own. Not really. I can go through it a lot faster than what you're doing, since I can't reach everywhere. I generally stick to my front and head areas. Oh, am I taking too long then? You're not. I'd be finishing up about now normally. I really enjoy having you brush my fur. It feels great. I'll do that for you more often then, if you'd like. Again, his tail began to wag more. Whenever it's not a bother to you, I'd really enjoy that. Whenever you take a chance to relax at home with me, then. I really need to make some time for that, then. For now, I need to get dressed and leave. I'll be cutting it close, but I should get to work on time. Yeah, get to it, then. At least we got to spend some time together today. Spencer didn't take long to get dressed for work, and he met you back in the living room before he left. Here's some money to get some food. Get whatever you think is needed. And as soon as I have the chance, we'll make a trip together and do some real grocery shopping. I'll get as much as I can reasonably bring back with me. Alright, well, I'm off then. He pulled you in close and locked his lips with yours, drawing out a deep, passionate kiss. See you tonight. Be safe, Spence. Will do. Love you. Love you too. You watched him as he left, and a drawn-out sigh slipped from your mouth. I guess I should make a small shopping list and take my trip to the store. I think I'll even call Maria and see if she has any suggestions. I haven't talked to her in a couple of days. You sat in the kitchen table and called Maria. Hello, Adam. How's everything? How is everything? I was afraid you had already forgotten about me. Haha, not at all, Maria. Things have just been a little busy while I try to adjust. Everything is pretty good, though.
I'm happy to hear that.
How are things there?
Things have been fine here. I do miss seeing you every day, though. Things have just been seem so much quieter.
Oh, I miss you too, Maria. Things can be kind of quiet here, too. Mine and Spencer's schedules don't get along, so I've spent a lot of time at home without him.
You're always welcome here, so if you're ever feeling lonely, you can stop by. I can even teach you some things in the kitchen.
It's not a bad idea. I was actually hoping you could give me an easy recipe over the phone. I'm making a shopping list, and I'm gonna leave soon to buy some things. I'd like to cook Spencer something for dinner one night, and I don't really know a lot of recipes.
Well, are you busy tonight?
I just need to buy some groceries, but other than doing that, no.
Then come over and let me show you an easy dinner to make tonight. I'll even write down some recipes for you. Afterwards, I'll have Richard take you by the store and then come home.
You don't think he'll mind, do you?
Of course not. I'm sure he misses seeing you around too.
No way. I haven't been gone long enough.
You'd be surprised, so hurry up and get over here. I'll have something picked out and ready to start for you when you get here.
Okay, well, that sounds great. I'll be there soon then.
See you soon.
Click. Guess I have something to do tonight. The company would be nice for sure. I'd better get going. Maria, I'm here.
Welcome back.
She ran up to you and hugged you before doing anything else.
I'm so happy to see you again. Come along to the kitchen and we'll get started with dinner. Richard will join us at the table. He's taking a shower right now.
Alrighty, sounds good. What's on the menu?
I remember you mentioning once that chicken is Spencer's favorite thing to eat, so of course I'm going to show you a good chicken dish. I have a variety of other recipes already written down for you, but I kind of forgot to give you your going away gift. I got a little emotional Saturday night and I forgot all about it, so I'll be sure to send it home with you tonight, though.
Aw, thank you, Maria. That's really sweet of you.
Now, let me show you this dish. 4-cheese Cajun chicken pasta.
Ooh, that sounds good.
See how simple making that recipe is? As soon as the pasta is done, everything will be ready to serve.
It smells really good in here, Cajun chicken.
That is what I showed him how to cook.
Hey, Richard.
Yo, it's good having you back for dinner. Maria and I'll be taking you to the store and then home too.
If it's no trouble, I would really appreciate that.
Nah, it's no trouble.
I told you he'd be okay with it.
I know, but it's always best to make sure with him.
Yeah, Maria, it's always best to make sure with me.
Oh, like you'd say no to me anyway.
I swear, woman.
I'm going to check the pasta now. It should be ready.
I guess we can sit and talk then.
Yeah. How are things with you and your man? Getting along all right? Things can be pretty rocky at first when you move in together.
Everything has been alright so far. We haven't really spent a lot of time together yet. He's been working a lot at night, and since we both have classes and practice during the day, we haven't really seen each other.
I see. Spent a lot of time alone then, huh?
Yeah.
I know what you mean. Went through some of that with my ex when we moved in together. She was working 9 to 5 and I was pulling 6 to 3. Things were kind of tough on us. I hated my job, but we needed the money at the time. It ended up putting a lot of strain on our relationship.
Did things ever get better?
Eventually it did, but I think it was too late too.
Oh.
Just wait, just make sure you're making time for each other and you'll be fine.
Alright, I hope you two are hungry.
I'm starved. You wouldn't let me have a snack, so I'm ready to eat.
Well, I made lots of food, so a good appetite is needed.
Maria popped in and out of the kitchen a couple of times, bringing plates of food to the table before joining you and Richard.
Eat up, boys. I even made Spencer a bowl so you can take it home for him, Adam.
He'll love you for that, thank you.
I'm sure he'll be happy about it. How are things in your new home? Have you settled in all right?
I'm getting there. Things don't feel like home just yet, but I figured it would take a little getting used to.
It will take a little time, I'm sure, but you'll make it your home soon.
She's right. You'll feel at home soon enough.
Yeah, no. Have things been okay here? Nothing new here, so you've not missed anything.
We're pretty boring, I suppose.
I don't think you're boring. Not every day can be exciting, right? I don't think I'd be able to handle it if every day was jam-packed. Things are peaceful, and I'm pretty happy with that.
I certainly don't mind that either.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Dinner continued and you chatted with them both while you ate. Even after dinner was done, you sat around and you continued to talk a little while longer.
Okay, Maria, I think it's time to carry him to the store.
Sighs. Yes, I do believe you're right. It's time to get him home. I'm so happy you came by tonight. Thank you for inviting me. It was a great idea, and I'm pretty sure I can cook that meal for Spencer in the future. Oh, that reminds me, I need to get your gift. Maria ran off and returned in just a moment with a large basket. Here's your housewarming gift. The basket contained a pile of folded towels in a variety of sizes, and there were several baking dishes with a small book in there as well. You said towels were something he needed, so I got 2 new towels for both of you, and some dish towels and some washcloths too. The small book is a bunch of the best recipes I know, and I figured I'd give you some dishes to bake with as well. Maybe this will add a little more to your home. Oh, wow! Thank you so much, Maria. This is really wonderful. It's all stuff that we can use, so thank you. So thank you. It means so much to me. I hope it's all useful to you. You'll have to let me know when you try any of those recipes, too. As long as you follow what I wrote down, you should do just fine with them all. I'll be sure to. Richard took the basket from you, and Maria hugged you tight one more time. Okay, you two get going. Drive safely, Richard, and I'll see you in a little bit.
Yep, let's roll at 'em.
Richard drove you to the store and waited in his truck while you grabbed what you needed. Once at the apartments, he helped you carry everything inside.
Nice looking place you got here.
Yeah, it is. Took some cleaning to get it in shape, though. Spencer's a little sloppy at times.
Haha, the life of a bachelor. Alright, dude, I'm heading out. You take care of yourself. If you ever need us, get in touch, alright?
Thanks, Richard. I appreciate that.
There.
Richard spread his arms out and grabbed you in a crushing hug. You weren't used to him showing off any kind of affection.
Don't be a stranger around there, alright?
Alright. He released you, gave your cheek a soft pat, and then let himself out. I guess I'll put up the groceries, put the stuff Maria gave me, and then relax for the night. Another night, and I fell asleep before Spencer got home. He's not here, though. It's only 1, so he should be home. I wonder if he fell asleep on the couch again. Spencer was home, and he was awake, sitting on the couch with a Nintendo controller in his hands. A little late to be playing video games, isn't it?
Ah, Adam, you scared me.
What are you doing?
I needed to wind down a little after work, so I figured I'd play something.
Oh, okay. Well, don't stay up too long, okay? I'm going back to lie down.
I'll join you in a moment.
You crawled back under the blanket on the bed and curled up on your side. Just like you said, Spencer crept into the room soon after and rolled onto the bed beside you.
Hope I didn't wake you up.
Nah, I've just been waking up randomly at night. I don't know why. Plot convenience. I thought you might have fallen asleep on the couch again when I didn't see you in bed with me.
Sorry about that. I wasn't going to be in there for long.
You pushed back towards him and you felt his arm slide over you and pull you against his body. Did you have a good night at work?
I did. We can talk about it more in the morning, though. You can tell me about your night.
That sounds good to me. He kissed the back of your head and nuzzled against your cheek. You let out a content sigh as he nosed against your ear, giving you a light lick.
Sleep well, Adam.
You too, Spence.
Love you.
Love you too. Once again, he kissed the back of your head and hugged you tight.
Get to sleep now.
He didn't have to tell you twice. It was no time at all before you drifted back off to a peaceful sleep. I'll see you next time. But until next time, fare thee well. Bye, everyone.